Hey, what's going on, OKC Thunder fans? We ended the four-game losing streak with a win against the Golden State Warriors, 125 to 105. Saw a lot of great things in this game tonight, and of course, I would love to hear what all of your opinions are. But Billy Donovan finally switched up some of those rotations and the starting lineup. He added Husis into that starting lineup, and I think that made a huge difference to the flow of this game. Husis got into his defensive prowess very early. He had a couple of blocks. He was playing very aggressively, and then from that he was able to see the ball in a different way, drive to the paint, and get some early baskets. So that obviously is what is going to be the difference maker, because we do need another scorer. We need someone who's going to be aggressive, and I liked what I saw from him tonight. There were so many different facets to this game. The Warriors, of course, are a three-point shooting team, and if you can take away the three-point shot from them, then you have to force them to drive into the paint. You have to force them to play defense. You have to force them to get back. And I think from the beginning of the game, they were sluggish. They're typically a very fast-running team. I didn't see them having that pace that they usually do. I think they weren't switching the way that they normally do, or getting to their spots. And I think some of those calls that weren't getting called in their favor actually knocked them out of balance, knocked them out of whack. And they were never able to recover from that. Kevin Durant had a great game. He is just someone who gets to the line. I mean, when his team was in trouble, he was getting to the line, doing whatever it took to stop the game and just get some easy buckets. Curry can be lethal when he starts shooting threes, because he gets in that zone and you never really know when he's going to stop. I mean, he could throw up shots backwards if he wants to. I mean, he is just that good. And his release time is so short. But luckily, we were able to keep him out of that rhythm, and Klay Thompson as well. Draymond Green is I believe, to be their biggest defensive weapon. But he's another one who, he has so much heart when he plays, and he has a lot of passion, and he can be a complete momentum changer, but he wasn't getting calls that he wanted, and he was arguing with the refs. He kind of has a reputation for doing that, and he ended up with 2 technical fouls, and then he was ejected from the game. So Draymond wasn't getting what he wanted tonight. Their answer to Adams is David West, and he can be an anchor for the Warriors team. He's a vet. He is a disciplined player, and he can definitely get easy buckets in the paint. He's very aggressive. They actually should utilize him more, because Pachulia isn't really a threat for them. I mean, I don't know if you were listening to Reggie Miller when he was announcing the game, but he basically was like, leave Pachulia alone. Let him just be out there by himself. Let him shoot the ball if he wants. Let him do whatever he wants, because he's gonna miss. He's kind of, he doesn't have his head in the game. And sure enough, he was missing wide open layups. He practically fouled out in the first few minutes that he had of his playing time. So I guess in terms of their bench, I don't know, I think the Warriors are probably going to make a move come trade deadline, which is very soon, and we'll see what their bench looks like at that point. But they are the #1 team in the league, and that is not something that should be looked over, and they most certainly are a lethal team. But you can see what happens once another team has the momentum behind them and really comes out fast-paced. I mean, the Thunder had over 40 points in the first quarter. That's difficult to do in itself, and it's difficult to do against the Warriors. So So that was, of course, something great as an OKC Thunder fan that I liked to see. There were so many things that happened in this game. I just love the way that Russ came out. He had that mentality, you know, just throwing himself into the game, doing whatever it took to get plays, make plays happen. He was just communicating very effectively. And Paul George had a killer night. He was really, really good. And, you know, it's just interesting to see the dynamics between Russ and KD now. I mean, I think that's going to be like an ongoing thing ever since the way that KD left the Thunder, but really the way that he left Russ, you know, it was shady. And PG is kind of stepped into that role and said, you know, what's up? You left my boy and now I'm here. Like, what's up? I'm rocking with Russ now. And I like that he did that. I like that he kind of showed him a little something, you know, like, we don't need you. We don't need you in OKC. You left. We're good. Moving on. Let's move on with our lives. I like the analogy of Batman and Robin. I think that could be a pretty cool tagline for Russ and PG going forward. We'll see what PG plans to do at the end of the season, but for right now, Batman and Robin are killing it, and their chemistry is great. Again, I really liked what I saw from Grant. I'm going to keep saying it because the bench is limited for OKC. You know, there are guys who... Abrinas was much better tonight than he's been in the past few games, so that was good to see. But Grant really has been pushing the tempo. He's been blocking all kinds of shots. He's not afraid to drive to the basket. He's been getting to the line a ton. Just staying in that attack mindset, and I really think that he should get more minutes because he is doing whatever he can to help this team win, and that's what we need. We need guys to rally to make this team win. Adams was his typical physical self tonight. He was grabbing for everything. He was bullying his way right into the basket, right into that paint, just doing what Adams does. So that, of course, is always good to see from him. And our next game is against the Lakers again. A lot of people came at me for my last video talking badly about the Lakers. Well, we're coming for you, and it's redemption time, and we'll see you on the 8th. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. Have a great night, good win tonight, and as always, Thunder up.